All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everybody. Morning, Joan, Bill, Vegas, Doctor, Todd, C. Damos. Good morning. How are y'all? DT. Yeah, Doctor, that sometimes it'll notify me later. I'm like if I'm following somebody and YouTube will notify me, hey, this person's live, and I'll go look, and it's like the stream's already over. But sometimes it does okay. I don't know. Let's see. Refresh. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, Doctor, it seems like on the phone it notifies me better. All right, looks like, see what we got going on here. Simplicity is long, but let's see, we got a reset here. Technically, it's long above this wall. 30-tick chart, we're heading towards the top of this little zone, I guess. Right here, looking all the way left, we had a exhaustion box, trapped orders, a paw on top of an existing ZOI. That's kind of broke it here with ODD. Made it back there, couldn't break it. Back there again. Maybe an exhaustion box, double clusters. So, not sure it'll make it break long, but we'll see. Other than that, not much. Let's see. Right above on this deviation, we kind of have a paw mini magnet and dynamic magnet right above. Down below, a couple dynamic magnets, a couple mini magnets here. Nothing really huge. Got a bunch of mini magnets up here by the 0.5 dev. So if it can break long and break the 0.25, I mean, there's not much else except for all those mini magnets to pull it up there. Yeah, it's about all I got right now. So at this point, I'm going to just wait and see if we'll go ahead and get a short or if we can break this. Let's see. Kind of this, we have a bunch of red eye zones here. So if we could break long of that, really this paw right up here, if we could break this where we're pretty close to, then I may look for a pullback somewhere, but morning, Jim. Joey? Let's see. Take an LRE off of 804, which would be this one. I wouldn't have taken that one, and the reason why is if you, on the 30 tick, we have this paw and mini magnet here where it just bounced off of. So if you, I mean, I guess you could have scalped this right off of this flux for, I guess you could have scalped it for about 5 points. But I wouldn't have taken it though, because I don't trust that it would have broken through that, because if you look on the 30 tick, that was right in this area where this cluster was on the 30 tick. So pulled back here, had a cluster, and then you had to, I mean, you would have had to break this level there, and I don't trust that it would have done that. Yeah. Now, if in that same scenario, if this pullback, like it came up here and pulled back here, if this would have been trying to lay a mini magnet on this right here as it's trying to go up, like if I would have saw a potential mini magnet, that would have made me feel better. That way, if that bar closes up, it'd push off. But it didn't have that. Same thing with the 10 tick. If it had some kind of setup, potential setup, or like you said, HD, then I would have felt better about it breaking through, because it did try to test that area a couple times. That was the third time, so likely to break through, but without something giving me a signal, then I would have waited. Just like right now, I'm not taking this, because technically it's pulling back to an LRE, but there's nothing on the 10 tick to tell me it's going to go up. I mean, there is a wall, but it's not, we just had ODD on the 10 tick here. Even though it's not an ODD setup, price moved up higher with 31%. Also, like I said, we're at the top of this 30 tick area that it already proved that it couldn't break a couple times. And there's just nothing really giving me the confidence that this is going to continue up. It may. I mean, it very well may go up, but there's nothing, no setup for me to be confident in. Good morning, good morning. Jim, Brandy, I want to.
Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Double TX on NQ.
Let's see if we end up going short. It's like I was saying earlier. Potential exhaustion box trapped orders here, right in the same top area that it could not break. So let's see what happens. Yeah, after third try, I'm looking for it to break, but I'm looking for a signal to tell me it's going to break. Not just because it's the third try or the fourth try. Morning, Nikita, John. No news today, so during this session no news. And it broke through. Look at that. So hopefully we get a nice, smooth day here. We did get a reset, so that's a good thing. Simplicity did reset now. So if this does end up going long and flipping back to green and breaking this level up here, That'd be a good thing. Morning, Dan.
Potential elevator on NQ.
Yeah, Dan. And that's what I was saying. And not even, I mean, yeah, for a setup for sure, but even just trying to read the market, if I think it's going to break an area or whatnot, I still look for signals to tell me market direction. Just like Lori, she'll sometimes say, play the game of where's it going? Where's the market going? I mean, I do that often. Try to read where it's going based on these prints and looking for even confirmations in the order prints, signals in the order prints, not even just for setups, but just for where the market's going. Good morning, Peter. Hopefully, y'all don't need to reset any accounts, but don't forget this evening is when that half off resets expires. In case you do. Got some nice HD on the 10 tick. 400%. No setup.
Potential OP rejection.
Yeah, exactly, doctor. I was surprised too. I was like, what? At first, when they mentioned it to me, they're like, yeah, we're going to do a 50% off discount. And I'm like, wait, that's already going on. They're like, no, resets. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Rejection on NQ.
Oh, yeah, definitely Vegas. And it could spike one way and then go the opposite way at the open. I even do that for 9 a.m. That's not the open, but on the hour, sometimes volume comes in 9 a.m., 10 a.m., at 6 a.m. Not so much deep into the open, but pre-market for sure. No, it'll stay. If you're on that discount, any discount, whatever you're on, your plan stays the same. It's just instead of waiting for the rebill to reset, then you can just pay the $40 to reset. All right, Simplicity's showing a potential short again. It's Simplicity short. Let's see if it wants to make a move. Heading right into double clusters on the 30 tick, so I'd expect it to hesitate. You can see double clusters here. This is where that Paul mini magnet, there's a ZOI there. Cluster here, double cluster here. So this little zone between 310 and 300, it may hesitate a little bit in there. And especially if you could spot areas that it's likely to hesitate, like if I was going to take this short for whatever reason, then I would expect hesitation so that way you don't get panicked while you're in the trade and say, oh, it's not going, and close it out too soon or, mismanage it. So definitely also look for areas of expected hesitation.
Potential setup A, setup B on NQ. Potential TX on NQ.
Good morning, John. And here's that hesitation. See what happens on this pullback here. Even though it hit the flux, kind of broke it. It's pretty decent move short, so if this gives a pullback, I don't want to take it against a Lorex though. Yeah, there is HD right now. The DR is really low though. It's not really in a trend. It's kind of in a big range. So I'm not too concerned about the HD pushing up on the 30 tick. I would like an entry before this ZOI. That way, if I can get an entry before the ZOI, this ZOI down here, then maybe I can take a ride down to settlement. If it can break that ZOI. There's a few clusters to the left on the 30 tick, so I'm not sure it'd go there now to settlement, but yeah, we have 300, so that's definitely something to watch for. There is a Lorex long, whether it's a good one or, well, there's no cluster on it, but I'm always cautious when there's a Lorex long that would go against what I'm going to do. But if this goes up 2 or 3 bars, 4 bars, then before an entry, then I'd be feeling better about it. I would like HD here, but it is retesting those levels to the left. So I do like that, the mini magnet and Paul. Let's see. Just waiting for it to pull back a little bit more, but potential mini magnet on the 30 tick too. But I may have missed this one. Yeah, I was waiting for it to pull back a little more. I missed it. That was one I wanted to jump in right there. This is going to be a good one. Dang, and I missed it. Especially if it lays this mini magnet on the 30 tick. Coming down with it. Man, I really wanted that one. I was just waiting for it. I was waiting a little too long for it to pull back because it didn't quite get there. It was within 2 points, but I was waiting for it to pull back just a little bit more. Well, it was within 2 points. It was only 1 point away. So, I mean, I could have got in right there. But I was just thinking it was going to pull back a little bit more. I should have just got in anyways. No, not necessarily to the purple ZOI, but just because the way it was coming up from this Xbox here, you know, it only went up 2 bars. I was thinking that this may push it up 3 or 4 bars is what I was looking at. But it didn't, so. Let's see what happens here. There's ODD now on the 10 tick, but we have HD now on the 10. We'll go ahead and try it now. Because we're within 2 points of the previous. And we have this area now on the 10 tick. We are going against ODD, but we'll see if this holds up here. That potential mini magnet on 30 tick is still there. Has HD. See if this holds. We need a bar to close down, though. It might break right up. If this 10 tick bar can close short with this little setup on it, that'd be nice. But it looks like it's just going to go long. Yeah, it looks like it's going to just try to go long. So if this comes back down, I'll probably get out, break even if I can. If I can. It's a cluster on the 30 tick now as well. Yeah, it's going to knock me out now. There it is. Now we got a simplicity long setting up. If this bar closed at 314.75 on the 50 tick, that'll be a 3 bar chop here. See if it wants to go try to make a run to that top again and break it. Heading right back up to that wall.
Potential TX on NQ.
Okay, broke the wall. I think this time it'll, I mean, this is the, I mean, it's tried many times to break this top. This could be the time. It got higher this last try and came back down. Didn't quite get there, so this time if it goes up, I'd expect it to probably blow through that. Oh, there's a ZOI under there too. So not only is there the deviation, but there's a Paul mini magnet and a 36 ZOI tucked under there. Can't see it. It's very hard to see, but I see it on my simplicity chart. Right there. Yeah, so also we had that 300 level too. So that's, it got rejected at 300. Broke through. So it didn't want to go lower than 300 at the moment. That's always nice on a loss. Actually, let me double check my accounts. Yep, all my accounts got that one. Which, by the way, I signed a PA for my new 50K account last night and did the one-time fee. So my first account with the one-time payment. So that was exciting. Like, oh yeah, good stuff there. The one-time PA fee. The 50K is $140 plus taxes. So basically, if you can hold a PA at least 2 months, it's worth it. Thank you. Yeah, it's exciting to see the options there on the PA account. No, for sure, Dan. If until you've proven that you can go multiple months in a PA, then there's no reason to go with the one time. Like, I still have, obviously my PAs from last year are monthly because it wasn't even an option. But, yeah, at the time I wasn't at last year when I got those PAs towards the beginning, or it was like June, I think. I hadn't been able to hold a PA yet for too long. So even if that was an option back then, I would have signed up monthly. See what's going to happen here. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think so, Vegas. Just, as long as you keep that slow and steady. Nikita, for pre-market, it's 15 ticks. And profit, when I had a target, I was going for 25. I currently don't use a profit target. I just trail. And then after the open, I only risk 20 ticks. Thanks, C. Damos. See you later. Have a good day. It's 15 ticks from my entry. Yeah, Vegas, you want to make sure that they'll allow you to do that. Because once you've had any PA, the rule is that you can't change the name that you're in, whether it's personal or business or whatnot. See, on this one, I'm still my bias is that this is still going to make its way long up to test this top. But even though Simplicity did pull back here, you could have got in. Even though I'm still thinking this is going to go up, I don't want to take the chance, take a trade there. I mean, just got nice and sideways here, hesitating again. So price action's kind of not great. It's kind of how it's been lately. Oh man, look at that, popped up. It's kind of how it's been this year. Price action's been kind of not so great, and then or that there's news. So it's kind of been not the best to start the year off last week and this week. Pre-market anyways. So here's what's going to be to watch out for. Made a higher high, slightly, 36%, low volume score, *5. So see what it can do right in here. If it's going to stall or what. No, I know I'm trading NQ, one contract on NQ. Oof. Yeah, I hate that. John, yeah. And then it takes off. You're like, dang, especially when it hits you, knocks you out to the tick. Like if you're at break even and it comes down to the tick, knocks you out, and then runs. Yeah. Typically, I would not expect this to break through. I would expect it to do exactly what it's doing right now. We have ODD 49% coming right up to this nice level. We have star 5 low volume score. I'd expect this to come back down. But it's going to be interesting because this is tried this area 1, 2, 3, 4 times up in this zone. And now the last time and this time it's made a higher high. So it'll be interesting to see if it can pop through. But also, like Todd mentioned, it's the high of the day. The new high is 11,328.75, which it just made that. So it's going to be interesting to see what it wants to do here. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Oh, those I hate those. And those are the ones that used to send me into FOMO, like revenge mode. Not anymore, but they used to. They used to get me. Oh, I was curious about. Yeah, I haven't heard much about that trust stuff anymore. I was definitely curious of how that's working for people that signed up.
Potential set of A on NQ.
Oh, he said he's gonna post a video with a new company that does the same thing. That's interesting. Uh, oh, yeah, Jean. I was talking about on that. I wasn't too concerned at the time for this because it had HD building, but as it was coming down right here, it's pulling down, it's building HD. But this is kind of a zone here. This is not really a trend, and because it got rejected up here again, I wasn't too concerned with the HD. But then obviously it worked out. Because also the when price was back here, you can see the HD, the DR was really low too. So I wasn't too concerned about this popping up. We had all these clusters here. It was kind of in the zone. So the HD didn't really concern me too much because it's technically HD, yeah, but it's not really in a trend. We'll see what's going to happen here. Yeah, that's a big thing I'm big about is if I'm doing something like that, especially that costs that much, like that trust, I definitely want good communication. Yeah, to change the bars like that, it's really really easy. Just go to indicators. Apex deviation reversal, and scroll all the way down to the bottom right here, plots, where you see value. You just check this box, match data series width, right there. That's all you do. I have my 10 tick set up that way too, and I like that better. So again, it's in apex deviation reversal, all the way on the bottom under value, plots value. Just check that box. And I like it because it lines up the DR bars exactly with your tick bars here. So you know exactly where they are. And that's how I have it on my 10 tick also. Yeah, I have a Discord. It's not real active, but I mean, there's a few hundred people in there. Has potential. Let's see. Well, I'll post the link here in a minute. Let's see what's gonna happen here with this short. No, not really, John. It's just kind of chat and discussion, and it's not really just Apex either. There's a bunch of people that trade other stuff, but Dan, yeah, there's no charge. 903. We're getting a little volume coming in, but still staying in that little zone. Gosh, right back in that 310 to 300 area. And now we just even right here, I'm not seeing a reason to go short other than that one ZOI. And then we have the wall. The ZOI on this wall, but there's no potential setup. There's no HD. I mean, there's just clusters here to the left on the 30 tick. So there's not anything for me right now. Yeah, DR is low. But see, here's the thing too. You saw yesterday I took a 20 tick loss. Right now I'm down 15. I mean, if you can manage little losses like that, I'm not worried about it because all it takes is one nice win and that's it. Those losses are gone. So the key that I have found, and it's not a secret because everybody says it, is just managing your risk. If you can limit your losses, and that's why I only risk 30 ticks a day. That's it. If 2 trades lose, then like I always say, there's something wrong with me or the market's just not acting the way it's supposed to be. Well, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to be in any way, but based on the reads and strategy and everything like that, it's not cooperating. Yeah, Todd, that's what I was saying a little bit ago earlier is this new year. I mean, it's hasn't been great. What's today? Wednesday, Monday? Was it Monday I didn't take a trade? Yesterday I only took one. Today only one so far. Last week I think I only took 3 trades. entire week. It was a short week, but it's just been not really moving great, or that there's crazy news and it's too crazy. So that's kind of what I've been seeing pre-market, of course, but just got to stay patient. But you can see too, in the mix of all that, I'm basically back to starting point 25,000, which after, we still have the rest of this week, but in not so great conditions, that's not bad. I'm not going to complain about that. I know some people may tune in and want to see me either pass and get wildly crazy wins or fail quick. But yeah, if anybody's tuning in for this 25K challenge, you may be in for a little bit of a, like I say, it on average takes me about 30 days to pass an evaluation. So not going to be very quick. Exactly, Mark. That's all it comes down to.
Potential TX
Yeah.
on NQ. Potential setup A, setup B on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Setup A, setup B on NQ.
Vegas. Yeah, David, 100%. You could be, oh my God, I saw a quote, really good quote. It said, I'm not even going to try to say it. It was, it was a great quote talking about the smartest trader, something along the lines of the smartest trader with no discipline will make, or it was like a person that knows nothing about the market with great discipline will make like 10 times more money than the smartest person that has zero discipline, something like that. But of course, we know that's so true. And it feels good. Like David, you're saying that discipline is such a hard thing to learn. And, you know,
Potential TX
I
on
used
NQ.
to, that was always my problem,
Potential
right?
setup A,
Accepting
setup B on
losses.
NQ.
So then when I finally was like, okay, this is all I'm risking today, and you lose that, and then you come back the next day and you hit your profit goal, and you immediately forget about that loss the last day, So I don't know. It's just accepting those losses. As long as you know you're gonna, and that's also why my profit target is, I want it to be at least twice as much as my loss limit for the day, roughly, because that always made it so much harder for me. Because if you lose and then it takes you a week to just regain your losses, that's, man, that was hard for me. But if I lose and in just one day of my regular profit goal, I can make it all back, that's what really helped my discipline. I mean, this goes to show you too. Look at this on the 50 tick chart. I started trading my session right here on this bar. Yeah, right on this bar. So on the 50 tick chart, we've only had just a few bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the 5th bar since I've been on here trading. That right there goes to show you what type of market and day this is right now. But there will come a week, a day where it's just great. And, you know, you end up with a 60, 70, 80, 100 tick day, right? You know, one contract that's $500. So they come. I know it doesn't make for the most exciting live stream, though. But there's others out there, I'm sure, that are, you know, hopping in and out of trades and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, Thomas, that's the way to know. I agree. That's the way to know. It's always going to be one of two things. If you're blowing accounts or, you know, whatever's going on, it's either your strategy, because strategy does matter. Many work, but it does matter. And then your discipline to follow money management. So, you know, if you follow money management, if you have the discipline to follow it over the long term, but you still fail, well, now you know your strategy. Maybe you need to fix your strategy. But if that's not the case, if it's vice versa, then you know, okay, my strategy works. I can make money. I just got to work at stopping. And of course, we know that's like probably 90% of everybody, including, you know, the first 2 years of my trading life. Exactly, Dan. You got to make that preserving capital exciting. Yeah, I'm down 15 ticks today, but there was other times that I could have jumped in other things too, and I would have lost more. So small expense of 15 ticks on the day if I don't get nothing else. But just like was it Monday when I didn't take a trade? Hey, yeah, get excited about that for sure.
Potential TX on NQ.
All right, Vegas. I'll see you. Have a great day.
Potential setup A, setup B on NQ.
Yeah, Mark. Agree. Hey, Richard. How's it going? Good to see you. That's the key, Thomas. You got to keep learning. As long as we're learning, you know, even if it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the potential is just so great, you know. Yeah, Richard. You know, we see that a lot, and that's, I believe, part of impatience. You know, wanting to hit these PA, wanting to hit the profit goal, wanting to not get rebuild, things like that, and then so it's like, you know, oh, $100 a day is not appealing to me. I need 5 contracts and make $5,000 a day. That's appealing. The one-time fee was $140 plus tax, depending on where you're located. Yep. Exactly, Jean. All right, John. See ya. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to the end of my session here as well. We're about 5 more minutes or so, but does not look like anything else is going to happen. So, being that yesterday, the last week and this week are very similar if there's no news going on, and being that yesterday, pretty much the same thing happened. Took a trade early on. I thought it was a pretty good trade. Today wasn't as great of a trade as yesterday's. Yesterday, I thought it was pretty. I reviewed it and I was like, yeah, it was pretty good trade. Today, it followed along with my rules. I'm looking for, so it just lost. So being that knowing that I'll have the market awareness tomorrow that hey, although we do have some big news tomorrow, but going forward, it's like, okay, well, these are the market conditions. Let's keep that in mind and then wait until it actually changes. Not saying not to take a trade, but just be cautious, see how the market's moving. That's all. And tomorrow, because let's see, it is that CPI tomorrow, I believe.
Potential setup A on NQ. Potential
Yeah, see, tomorrow we have FOMC member speaking at 7:30, CPI and unemployment at 8:30. So market's going to be a bit wild.
trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Setup A on NQ.
I didn't even hear about that. There was another, or not another, but a glitch last night.
Double cluster NQ.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look at that. I didn't even hear about that. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off. We're about 4 minutes into getting close to the dark zone where we don't trade. And with the way price action has been today, anything can happen from now till the open. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I'm just gonna call it a day with 15 ticks. That's only after commission's $78. So that's nothing. Yeah, for those of you that are new, I trade the pre-market. I start at around 8:15 a.m. Eastern, and about 10 to 15 minutes before the open, that's when my session ends. So, in case if you don't know, that's what I do. And I appreciate everybody for hopping on here, joining me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And as always, trade well. Take care, y'all.